Well, what's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to episode 8 of Chamakh. Now this episode had to be done as quick as possible. As some of you know, I stayed at my brother's, I got home last night and obviously the only gameplay I had was the stuff I took with me, so I couldn't do a Chamakh when I wanted to do one because I went to the Arsenal-Reading game and it was insane and Chamakh scored 2 goals and yet this was just a bit of the Arsenal game. Wow, it was insane. I'm not even, there's vlogs coming up of that eventually guys, so keep your eyes peeled for it. But this morning I actually had a fill-in. It's the first fill-in that I've ever had in my life, and apparently it was a really deep fill-in, so they've had to give me 2 times the anaesthetic and stuff, so apologies if the commentary sounds weird. I can't feel the right side of my face one bit, so that's always interesting stuff to happen. But we have got Chamakh in. He scored 2 goals against Reading and that was just crazy, but it's still never going to be as good as he is on FIFA. Just look at the record at the moment, 37 goals in 26 games. Very, very impressive, and it gets better as this episode goes on. But as always guys, I do want to let you know, if you want to get some FIFA coins, there's a link down below to a website called FIFA Coins Online, completely trustworthy if you need to get any. But so I'm going to concentrate a little bit on the gameplay now. As you can see, I was 2-1 down in this game. This guy was very, very good. I had also just got back from the dentist as well, so I was still a little bit dodgy in fairness. So yeah, I wasn't the best player, and he managed to take a 3-1 lead, and I just wanted to score with Chamakh so desperately. I was constantly getting the ball to him. I managed to score this lovely weak foot finesse off the post and in to make it 3-2, and I did kind of hope that a comeback would be on, but some lovely play, some good moves, and then a horrendous slide tackle by me and some dodgy goalkeeper. I just scored an own goal, and it was just so bad, and I ended up just making it worse. Then Paolo Di, the person who had just given the own goal, then I actually thought that was a great tackle, but apparently it wasn't, and the ref seemed to deem it as a sending off and a penalty. So let's watch it again. I really do think that's a good tackle. I got the ball before I got the man, but nonetheless, he had a penalty. He gave it to PLO, and there was only one thing that was ever going to happen, and that is me saving it. Get in! So that meant it was only 4-2, so it really didn't help me saving that penalty one bit. We still got destroyed, but Chamakh got his goal, and now we're at 37. Chamakh 10 goals in 27 games, and we're still using this team. We've been using it for a while. Maybe in a few episodes we will switch it up a bit and get something a bit more interesting, but we came up against this guy with a all Brazil team with some interesting formation cards on some of the players, meaning he only had 80 chemistry, so I was hoping for quite a high scoring game on my part, and that was how it started for sure. 3 minutes in, Marchisio actually got a goal, and it didn't take too much longer either for a nice mazy run from Gervinho, and then a chip through ball to Chamakh, who managed to get his head in it and make it 2-0. And it seemed like I was absolutely all over this guy in the first half, but the second half seemed really different. He came out and played really well, some great passing moves. This one here was absolutely fantastic, a little bit trampy, but still nonetheless really good passing to find all the players, and a good finish in the back of the net. And then on the 75th minute, after a lucky deflection fell onto the post, he then managed to get it under my goalie with Sandro and make it 2-2, but we went straight down the other end on the 90th minute. Gervinho running past the player and managing to get himself a foul, which then meant we had a penalty, and of course Chamakh would be taking it, and it went in because Chamakh is amazing. That now leaves us at 39 goals in 28 games, which is absolutely fantastic. I still can't get over how great Chamakh is, but we have one last game in this episode. As always, we do 3 matches per episode, and we came up against this guy with a really nice looking German, no, it isn't completely German, Bundesliga team basically, with a lot of Bayern Munich players. Good amount of pace going forward as well, with Reus, very, very fast, good wingers and stuff. But it was us who took the lead in the 20th minute. A lovely finish by Nocerino into the back of the net, making it 1-0 very early on. But some silly defensive mistakes made me pass it straight to Alaba, who just had an easy shot into the back of the net. But this guy was also making some mistakes. He cleared it out to me, who I then headed it onto, I believe that's Gervinho or Walcott, and then just ran at his defenders, crossed it in. And if anyone was going to get their head on it, it would of course be Marouane Chamakh, because he just loves to Chamakh it in. And now that left it a 2-1 at half time, and more mistakes by me, dropping it to his player and then losing the ball again. just gave him so much space. Terrible piece of play by me to lose get a draw on the game in the 90th minute. Of course, it was a tournament, which means it was going to go to extra time, and this guy played so well in extra time. It's so frustrating because it felt like I dominated, but he got a 3-2 lead, and that was how it finished. He ended up winning the game 3-2, and I was a bit disappointed, but we're still at a high amount of goals, as you can see on the screen there. But that's the end of this episode now, guys. Thanks always for watching. If you could smack that like button, that'd be fantastic. If we get 300 likes, that'd be great. Thanks always for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.